Titans Antiochus III here, playing as the Seleucid Empire. Taking the build my favorite build, which is 13 Silver Shield Pikemen and 1 Archer with 6 gold cataphracts. Sometimes I like to put all the shevs in the cataphracts when I'm feeling really wild and risky, but generally I need my pikes to hold for my strategies to work, so put shevs on them usually. Unless I'm planning to not even use them, which I can't really think of many situations where that would be the case. But anyway, right at my side we have Titans Mohamed, like a good teammate. He's taken 4 Archer Auxilia, 10 Urbans, and I think 6 Praetorian Cav, all with shevs. Finally, we have Mad King from the Brotherhood clan, a decent defensive player. He can last a while. Just holding, which you'll see in this video, is most BH players are pretty good at defensive play. At least like one-on-one especially. You can rely on them to just hold the line against very big odds, actually. So he's just taken 14-6. Other team, we have Hades, also from the Titans clan. We split up, so me and Mo are 2 Titans player on one team, and Paglia. Sparky's not in the game. Paglia and Hades are on the other team. And we just have 1 non-clan member allying with us. So that's how it works here. So we got Hades playing as the Scipii 14-6 build. We've got AdmiralDoucheBag. He's taken 13 Urbans, 1 Legionary first cohort, 4 Praetorians, 1 Archer, and a General from the looks of it. And then Peg, who's rushing down the flank really aggressively, and he tightened his Urbans up by putting them into Studo and unto-studing them. He's got at least 2 Archers and 6 Cav. The rest are 12 Urbans. I'd imagine, because he's facing the Seleucids, I think Pag would have put his shevs on the Praetorians, but I'm not too sure. I'm not going to look at the little flags. We're going to assume that's the case. That's what players would usually do. Not a bad idea to put them on the Urbans, though. Make their morale even better. Help them kill a little faster. So I'm rushing into the middle. I'm not really getting shot by archers too much. I think they're just going to try to take care of Mohamed's archers, which is what it looks like. They're taking casualties. Sometimes people like to just let their archers get killed while their archers loose all their ammo on the Seleucids. It's a good tactic because arguably these archers don't do that much damage to Roman units, except maybe Cav after a long time, which can be a pretty big deal. But I think what they've gone for is the idea of just killing Mo's archers, which is fine. I also brought 1 archer. It'll help a little bit. Hell, they put more shevs on the pikes. We've just got some standard, like, Rome versus Romes going on. Pretty slow play so far. So it looks like Hades actually took a Legionary first cohort. My mistake. He uses it as a Pila shield. It's the best morale Pila shield in the game. Honestly, not a bad idea. It's not really a unit you want to fight with anyway. If you want your fighting units to not take Pila, it's probably good to use the Legionary first cohort, kind of keep it back for morale. The only drawback to this idea is that you don't want it in your general, and you don't want your general to fight anyway. You want it to be close so there's morale, and you have to use it if you must, but you don't want to risk it dying offhand. AdmiralDoucheBag, meanwhile, is closing in on my pikes. I just decide, honestly, to pin him down. In my opinion, you don't really even have to face this pike army that much. It's really just a nuisance. It's a defensive army. It can't take guard off and just munch Urbans away and attack. It can really just hold, eat Pila, keep up a position of the field locked down. And that's what I'm generally trying to do. I'm just locking down the center, pinning Urbans down, preventing them from interfering as much as I can. There's no way I can like prevent these Urbans from running around elsewhere with this force of pikes. But I can draw attention away from more armies with better infantry. help defend Mad King's flank. There's no way like a Cav slice charge can come from his right because of this army here. So it helps him have to worry about less angles. Meanwhile, Mo and Paglia are doing this sort of CWB battle, cowboy style Cav fight far away from their infantry. Pag is, I think, planning to cut Mo off. He's drawing Mo into a Cav battle and then cutting him off with his gigantic force of urbans. I'm trying to get my cataphracts involved a little bit, but I don't want them to get too involved too early, because if they take Pila, then it's a waste of cataphracts. I usually like to wait for the urbans to sort of just get tired, throw their Pila. If he's auto-peeling, he won't catch this cataphract too badly, because it's engaged. Yeah, urbans do not Pila engaged units. If they start peeling after the unit's been engaged, but so it's pretty safe. You just have to be careful in my route if it's like by itself in a fight with like 14 urbans nearby. So it looks like the Cav battle went kind of decent for Mo. It looks like Pag's lost 2 Cav. Mo's Cav's kind of damaged. Pag still has 4 Cav left. It's not looking good because we've got cataphracts here. And Mo's Cav is in pretty good shape. It does have chevrons, mind you. Pag does boast the infantry advantage. I've managed to kill at least 1 urban. So Pag's only got 1 more urban than Mo does, and Mo has cheved out Cav. Pag's Cav has chevs too, but he took half as many archers, so not as many chevs. On this side, though, Mad King is 2 versus 1 on cavalry, and some of the infantry of the douchebag a little bit is involved. Now, douchebag AdmiralDoucheBag, that is, shot himself in the foot a little bit because he took this general Cav. Not as effective as, I mean, he still has a good Cav force considering he's got Hades helping him, but it's not as effective as, not as good as taking 6 Praetorian Cav. So I'm sending my cataphracts here to go help out Mad King. He's very outgunned. I was thinking about helping Mo just kill Paglia quick, but it was too drawn out, taking too long. I had to come back because it looks like I have to defend against 2 Roms by myself for as long as I can. So while they're busy over here mopping up this flank, and while I try not to mass route, which I'm starting to do, I've just lost 2 pikes. Somehow I managed to stop that. I send some pikes and some cataphracts here, and it's a good move that I can get away with because my cataphracts, they don't have as good morale or stamina as Roman tier units, but they've got much better stats in terms of armor. They're Cavs, they have a charge bonus and a mace, and they did a lot of damage to these urbans here. What's going to hurt me really bad is this Cav battle I get into with Mad King. I lost a cataphract right there. I managed to kill his Cav, but this battle really depletes me pretty badly. My pikes are still pretty fresh, so though there's 2 armies of winded urbans attacking me, they're winded, so for the most part. So many of them actually rout as they come in. And my cataphracts are still alive. They killed a lot of units. Didn't rout a lot of units yet, except AdmiralDoucheBag's Cav, but they killed off a lot of, or they whittled down the numbers of these urbans, which helped those pikes survive a little bit more. It's a pretty close battle here so far. I'm just sort of mace out. The beauty of cataphracts is that you don't have to like charge, withdraw, charge, withdraw. You can just sort of charge, leave them in, and the mace is enough to beat urbans head to head, despite the fact that there might be a lot more urbans. The armor and the attack combination of cataphracts is so high versus urbans that they'll win to superior numbers and push them back, sort of like Spartans. And, you know, as you can see, I've, by myself, whittled down these 2 Romes to nothing, even though, yeah, like, my force is definitely going to die here. The cataphracts are gone. Only got, like, 3 pikes left. So, like, I lost, but versus 2 winded Romes, I almost killed all of them, and it looks like I didn't pay much attention to this part of the battle, but Mohamed won on that side. So though I'm dead, I've done enough damage to allow Mo with his pretty strong force to now come in and finish up these tiny urbans. And the only reason why he would easily win is because he's got a very strong force of cavalry, whereas nobody on the enemy team does. Paglia managed to save 3 urbans, but all of his cavalry was killed. There goes my infantry. I have no cataphracts, but again, Mo's got more than a good enough force of cav to finish these urbans off. And they're shoved out. So that's pretty much the end of the battle. So I got most kills, at least on my team. Douchebag got the most, likely from killing pikes. Hades got very high kills as well, also from killing pikes. Mo got high kills from killing Pag and then coming back and mopping up the other 2 guys that I left over for him. So it's very unusual to see this many kills for the Seleucids, mainly because I killed 2 Romes that were winded, mind you. They weren't fresh. I probably wouldn't have gotten away with that if they were fresh, but they were winded from fighting Mad King, and when they went to attack me, they lost a lot of guys, especially to these cataphracts. They got very, mostly, if you think about it, these cataphracts, all these kills are urbans and praetorians. And, some units, one unit has as high as 171 kills in urbans. It's more than 2 urbans. Entire units just eradicated. And kind of close to that in the other ones. Silver Shield Pikemen. There's no other factions except Rome getting 126 kills, 152 kills. Archers got 100 kills. I don't know on what. Maybe just other archers. I was also shooting from the back a little bit, suburban, so that's why I always take their archer. They got more kills than some of the fucking pikes. So this was a very good battle for me in terms of kills. I didn't expect to hold out. I thought I was going to mass route, so bit of a unique battle. Thought I'd share it with you guys. And yeah, see you later.